This is Raymond Donald Hong. Pride doesn't end at the conclusion of the Gay Pride Parade. Frameline, organizers of the San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival, puts on one of the best closing night parties. And we're here at 1015 Folsom for this year's award-winning films from the festival.
It's been said that if you want to schedule an event with a sizable audience, just don't do it during the San Francisco International LGBT Film Festival. For 11 days, over 80,000 filmgoers converge in 4 movie houses for the mother of all queer film festivals. But 32 years ago, when the film festival had its humble beginning, the landscape for queer cinema was rather bleak, as described by Michael Lumpkin, the executive and artistic director at Frameline.
For this festival, which started 32 years ago, it was a group of gay filmmakers kind of showing their films that they made here locally. You know, they were all short films. And, you know, that was one aspect. I mean, I think that was kind of the origin of queer cinema, of what we show at the festival. Also, what was happening at the same time, which wasn't part of this festival yet, were, you know, a few gay, lesbian films coming out of the film industry, the mainstream film industry. But those were, you know, few and far between, and in most aspects really didn't represent who the community was.
This year's film festival showcased 237 films in 103 programs from 36 countries.
It's demonstrating that there is an audience for these films, and it's a very, very large audience. I remember in the kind of first few years when we started showing films at the Castro Theater, that there was a very kind of immediate response from other theaters just here in San Francisco, observing lines around the block of the Castro Theater when the festival was up and running, of people, you know, going to see gay movies, and that was kind of a very explicit demonstration of the viability and the commercial viability of queer film, that there is an audience. And you know, there were, after the festival kind of showed that, a lot of theaters were showing gay films because there was money to be made and there was an audience there.
And what keeps the audience coming every year is an appetite for images of LGBT people accurately portrayed on the silver screen, and for the fabulous food at the opening and closing night parties.
I think the audience, really the audience that we've developed here with our festival here in San Francisco, our audiences are really you know, they're the backbone. They're kind of why we do what we do at Frameline. It is why a lot of the filmmakers who bring their films to our festival make film, really, is for this audience and for the enthusiasm and the response and the appreciation that comes from our audiences, like, you know, over and over during the 11-day festival.
And to sit there with an audience watching your movie, and they're laughing at the things you want them to laugh at, they're feeling emotional at the things that you want them to feel emotional at. It's a real blessing to be able to sit with an audience, to be able to view your film.
I love to support this film festival. I go as many films as I can, and I love it.
It means a lot to me because I'm a fourth-generation San Franciscan, and this is really a homecoming for us. We shot the film here. It's a queer-themed film, and to be able to show it to a San Francisco audience who's going to get all the San Francisco jokes, and not only the San Francisco jokes, but the gay San Francisco jokes.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it really is kind of a dream come true for me. You know, I mean, I grew up here, and it's like, you know, I've always wanted to have a movie, you know, show in San Francisco, and like, here it is, you know, and it's a movie about San Francisco.
There's something about longevity that's kind of pleasing. I don't know, there's something very pleasing about it, and I don't know why, but it just is. And it's even parental. Even as a little theme, it's got a parental feel about it, because Frameline probably is one of the parents of the festival, the Lesbian and Gay festivals. So there's something about it being like, you're coming back home, darling. You know, it's something very, very warm and friendly.
And every year, Michael Lumpkin and the staff at Frameline make running the film festival so effortlessly.
You know, the challenge is it does run very well, and it runs very smoothly, and that's because we have a very capable and professional staff of many, many people behind the scenes who are making all of this work, you know. So that's what makes it work, and that's what makes it look so smooth on the outside. We're putting on a show. I mean, it is, when the festival starts, it's showtime, and that's what we're doing. And so it is about the presentation, it's about how smoothly it runs, it's about, you know, how the audience interacts with everything from the volunteers to the theater to what's on the screen. So it's a lot of aspects where you're putting on a show.
The Frameline Award is given every year to someone who has made a significant contribution to LGBT film. And for being at the helm of 25 film festivals, with this year being his final one, Lumpkin is the recipient of the 2008 Frameline Award.
I'm going to miss the people I've been working with for years and years. I mean, that's going to be a big loss. And also just the festival itself. I mean, it is a tremendous amount of work getting up to the, you know, point that the festival starts, but when it starts, that's when the payoff is. That's when you're seeing it all come together, and you know, it's going to be a big kind of void in my life.
And for his final presentation, Michael announces the Audience Award for Best Feature Film.
The next award for Best Feature, Best Feature Audience Award goes to XXY.
XXY is about a 15-year-old intersex youth named Alex who was forced to choose a gender while navigating the obstacles of adolescence.
Perdóname lo que te hice.
No, pero no me hiciste nada. No me molestó. Me gustó.
¿En serio?
Sí.
A mí también.
¿En serio? Terminemos. No terminamos.
No voy a hacerlo con vos.
¿Por qué?
Yo quiero otra cosa.
Yo también quiero otra cosa.
¿Así que querés?
¿Vos qué querés? Alex, va a ser nuestro secreto.
Mentira.
No le cuento a nadie.
Santi, anda a decirle a todo el mundo que soy un monstruo.
Alex.
And that's a wrap. For more information on the film festival and the award-winning films, point your web browsers to frameline.org. For Outlook Video, this is Raymond Donald Hong.
Thanks to all you viewers who are watching us on cable television or streaming us live on the internet at accesssf.org. Taking home from this year's biggest LGBT film festival, Frameline 32, where filmmakers who blurred gender lines with audience-pleasing hits.
We close with a scene from Argentinian film XXY, winner of the Audience Award for Best Feature Film at Frameline 32. From first-time director Lucia Puenzo, about an intersex youth who is forced to choose a gender while navigating the obstacles of adolescence. On behalf of all the dedicated volunteers of Outlook Video, whose names you will see as we close, thanks again for joining us.